Hello, my name is Dan Ruger. I'm from Salt Lake City. I'm a shoe repairman and I also make orthopedic shoes. This is the occupation I landed in just by luck. And it's a lot of work. It takes years to learn. That's why we don't have a lot of shoe repairs anymore. Not because there's not a market for it, but simply because nobody has the skill anymore. Because there are no schools. You need to apprentice in some shop if you can manage to find a position to learn that. The first people that began to teach me were from Lebanon. They were expert craftsmen. And I remember something that stuck with me that my first teacher told me, and that was, Dan, I don't care what kind of jobs you've had before, here it has to be perfect. And that stuck with me, and I'm a stickler for detail and perfection. And it has paid off because now we have thousands of customers in our customer base. We have a variety of services, including luggage repair, handbags, belts, special leather projects, and as I may show you in a minute here, we make shoes for people that have special orthopedic problems. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. It's really great to have someone who does the authentic work of shoes and leather and stitching them back together. He has saved many of my old beloved shoes over and over and over again.
And this one, the whole side is ripped up.
Just this part?
Yeah.
Is that all?
Yes.
Do I really like my job after all these years? It's like any other job, I think I could honestly say. It's just work. But it's a rewarding occupation because it involves a lot of things that give me a satisfaction. The story is that this lady has muscular dystrophy and she has only 2 pairs of shoes. These are one of them. These are one of her old pairs of shoes. And so I've been probably fixing these shoes for I don't know how many years, over and over and over again. It's the only pair of shoes that she's able to wear, and they don't make this style anymore. She can't find them. And so finally I suggested to her husband that I make her a new pair of shoes. And so I took one of the old ones apart, as you can see the pieces here, made patterns that I'm going to copy and save. And there's not actually very many pieces to this job. So here's where we are on this particular pair of shoes. And what's left to be done now is simply to put on a leather sole, a leather base, and a rubber heel, and a sock liner inside for comfort. And this lady is going to be a very happy camper. I care about customers like this lady here especially because, you know, a lot of people look at the world as a dog-eat-dog world. Nobody really cares about somebody else's disability to the point where they're going to make a sacrifice and invest their time and their skill in order to try to help them. If they go that far, they're going to charge them an exorbitant fee, probably far more than what they put into the job, simply because they're a specialist and the customer has nowhere else to go. In other words, they are taking advantage of that person and they are exploiting them, which is particularly shameful since the person is disabled. And I, in good conscience, absolutely cannot do that. I believe this customer had a quote from another shoemaker who wanted over $1,000 for this job right here. I will probably charge this customer about $300, and that would include making the last and everything that went into making these shoes. And I get my satisfaction knowing that she is going to be very, very grateful.